The world of automobiles has always been full of innovation, but every once in a while a car is born that feels less like a machine and more like a legend. Today, we dive into one of those legends, the Mercedes Maybach Exelero, a car that doesn't just turn heads but makes the world stop and look twice. It is not simply a vehicle, it's a piece of art on wheels, an experiment that became one of the most iconic cars ever created. The story begins in 2004, when Daimler Chrysler, the parent company of Maybach, received a very special request. A German tire company named Fulda wanted to test its new high-performance tires at extreme speeds, and they needed something extraordinary to showcase them. Instead of using a regular sports car, they wanted something bold, something luxurious, something that would scream power while maintaining an unmatched elegance. That idea led to the birth of the Exelero. From the very first sketch, the car was never intended to be ordinary. It was designed as a one-off masterpiece, a car that combined the extreme luxury of Maybach with the raw power of a supercar. The designers looked back to the 1930s for inspiration, when Maybach had already built special models for Fulda to test their tires. The Exelero would be a modern reinterpretation of that partnership, except this time the stakes were higher. The expectations were bigger, and the world was waiting to see what Maybach could deliver. When the car was finally unveiled, the audience was stunned. It was unlike anything seen before. At nearly 19 feet long, the Exelero looked like a land yacht, yet it carried itself with grace. Its jet-black body with a wide stance made it look intimidating, almost like a panther ready to strike. The long hood, sharp lines, and huge grille gave it the presence of royalty, but also the aggressiveness of a beast. No one could mistake this for an ordinary luxury car. Inside, the Exelero was pure Maybach, handcrafted leather, polished aluminum, and carbon fiber details wrapped the cabin. The seats were designed, not only for comfort but also to handle the immense speed this car was capable of. Unlike most sports cars that compromise on space, the Exelero gave you both luxury and performance in one package. Sitting inside felt like being in a private jet, with every button, every stitch, and every finish designed to remind you of exclusivity. But the Exelero was not just about looks. Under that long hood sat a twin-turbocharged 5.9-liter V12 engine capable of producing 690 horsepower and 1,020 newton-meters of torque. For a car weighing over 2.6 tons, this kind of power was absolutely necessary. Despite its massive size, the Exelero could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 4.4 seconds, and it could reach a top speed of 218 miles per hour. For a luxury coupe this large, those numbers were unheard of at the time. It was proof that Maybach had created something truly extraordinary. When Fulda tested their tires on this beast, the Exelero delivered beyond expectations. It wasn't just a showpiece, it was a working machine that demonstrated engineering at its finest. The car handled high speeds with incredible stability, showing the world that luxury and performance could coexist in a way never imagined before. But what truly makes the Exelero legendary is its rarity. Only one was ever made. Unlike other concept cars that sometimes see limited production runs, the Exelero remained a one-off masterpiece. That uniqueness has given it a mythical status in the automotive world. People don't just see it as a car. They see it as a symbol of ultimate exclusivity. Over the years, the Exelero has passed through the hands of various collectors, and its value has skyrocketed. Rumors suggest that it was once owned by rapper Birdman, and at one point the car was valued at around $8 million. Some estimates today go even higher. But beyond the price tag, its true worth lies in what it represents: an experiment in perfection, a daring attempt to push boundaries, and a timeless example of automotive artistry. The Exelero also became a pop culture icon. It has appeared in music videos, been featured in television shows, and is often discussed in car enthusiast communities as one of the greatest cars ever made. Its presence in entertainment further cemented its legendary reputation, making it known even to people who aren't deeply into cars. When someone sees the Exelero, they instantly recognize it as something special. But the story of the Exelero is not just about design, power, or exclusivity, it's about vision. It represents what can happen when a company decides not to follow the rules but to rewrite them. Fulda needed a car for testing, and instead of building a simple tool, Maybach delivered a rolling masterpiece. It was a bold move that showed the world what was possible, when luxury and performance joined forces. Even today, more than 2 decades later, the Exelero stands as one of the most unforgettable cars ever created. Modern hypercars may be faster, lighter, or more advanced, but very few can match the presence and aura of the Exelero. It's not just about the speed or the luxury, it's about the story, the purpose, and the statement it makes. Imagine driving this car through a city street. People would stop in their tracks, phones would come out, and conversations would instantly begin. The Exelero doesn't just pass by, it makes history with every mile. That is the kind of magic only a car like this can create. The Mercedes Maybach Exelero proves that cars can be more than transportation. They can be symbols of creativity, daring, and excellence. They can inspire future generations of designers and engineers to dream bigger and push boundaries further. And most importantly, they can leave behind a legacy that outlives their time. In a world full of cars, the Exelero is a legend. It's the kind of car that will always be remembered. Not for being practical or mass-produced, but for being one of a kind. It shows us that sometimes the rarest things in life are the most unforgettable. And that is why the Mercedes Maybach Exelero remains one of the most iconic creations in automotive history. A black diamond on wheels, a masterpiece that combines the soul of luxury with the heart of a beast. If you enjoyed this story about the Exelero, make sure to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible automotive stories. Your support helps bring more legends like this to life.